Congratulations. This movie is so beautiful, the most beautiful movie in this year that I saw.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
So beautiful. And do you remember how was your reaction when you read the story for the first time?
I do, I do. I was smitten with the character relationships. I love the idea that it was a story about a robot who has some very human things that she goes through, and the way she grows through the journey. So yeah, there was pretty much everything about it. I just fell in love with.
And writing this movie, what was more challenging? Writing from the perspective of a robot or from the animals?
Gosh, in a way, they're all just human beings because they have very human emotions and things. But it's a good thing you said that because it's a good thing to point out that you do always want to like remember that these are real animals, and that's something we rarely get to do in animation. Usually, animals in these stories are much more anthropomorphized. So animals as animals, that's pretty different for us, and our animators were really excited to do that kind of movement on these characters.
And what do you think we can learn from Ross?
All the things that Peter built into the book, mostly I think with Roz, it's her unrelenting kindness that changes everything about the story and the culture of the island, just because she's programmed for goodness and she's got such a good heart.
And why do you think it's so hard to us to changing our program?
Because I think that's just how we are, you know. I think we resist change. I think people are. I speak for myself because I'm just like everybody else. I think I'm very resistant to change. It's hard sometimes. We are creatures of habit, but I think that one of the wonderful things is that when we do change, we grow and become more dimensional beings.
How did you changed making this story?
Golly, I always learn things every single project, and I learn things about filmmaking on this, engineering things actually, working with Lupita and finding the voice for Roz. I learned a lot about how Lupita thinks and how to really better understand how a character works. And then engineering-wise, we did some things in this film that I've never done before. We have time-lapse shots, we have a different style, and we have what we call oneers. These are very, very intricate and large-scale shots. They're the shots that go on and on and on and on and on in the camera. There's a lot of camera movement. But I learned that that amount of work really pays off. It's worth the time. The effect that it has on the film cannot be overstated.
It's amazing. I saw with my son, he's 8 years old, and the first thing he saw, he said when he started the movie, he said, "Wow, but this is animation, it's so realistic."
Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, it's interesting. The overall effect of this film is what I would say, quote unquote, feels real, but it's the most impressionistic film visually that I've ever worked on. And so it's a really interesting thing. Sometimes when you go for like photo real, it becomes unsettling. And it kind of pushes you out in a way, which is one of the reasons I wanted to go for this impressionistic style, because I wanted people to really be pulled in by this story, and that's what this style helps us accomplish.
What do you want that audience take away from this movie?
Oh my goodness! Well, just what you were talking about before, just these unrelenting goodness that Roz has, and also that we can survive change, and sometimes you have to go off program to accomplish things, and it's okay to do that.
And also say, "I love you" for
Yeah,
people you love.
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations again, and it is beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.